All right, everybody. I'm gonna log on here. Just kind of want to talk. Is anybody else out there that feel like they just need to say stuff to people? Feel like they just want some real talk instead of all this fake mumbo jumbo. I mean, it's actually quite incredible, right? It's actually quite incredible. No matter where you go, right? You go to work, you get people that are talking fake. You go to even family gatherings, people are talking fake. People are so afraid to actually say real stuff because they're so scared of, oh, what will they think of me? What will they think of me? Who cares what the fuck they think of you? Who cares? Ain't nobody care. Well, at least you shouldn't. I sure don't. I'll talk about anything however I want. I'm not coming to you from a fancy studio. You can see the background here. I just want people to say real things. And I think it's starting to gain more steam and get more popular for people just to say whatever. Say what you're thinking, you know? Say real stuff. Say real stuff, right? Why can't people just be real about what they say? It's really frustrating in this world that we live in. Everybody feels like they have to like tiptoe around people and man, it's just something else, man. It really is. It's just really something else. I don't I don't like the world we live in. Never really liked the world that we live in, honestly. Never really did. But it's really something else right now, man. It's really something else. What do you guys do to relieve your stress? What do you guys do? Like I like listening to like the word of the Lord. I like to play video games. Maybe go for a walk or something. It's cold here now, so we're in the cold season where I'm at in Minnesota. So it's harder and harder to get outside and walk without being absolutely frozen. But what do you guys do? What's your support? What do you do to get rid of stress or at least manage it? Because honestly, I don't even know what to do anymore. Seems like everything's just the same. Like everything in life is just a repeat, right? I don't I don't want to live on repeat. I don't know. Got a bunch of crazies in this world. You got a government moving out of this country and a new government coming in, which is great. Can't wait for the Trump administration to start. But it seems like this federal government we have right now, this Biden administration, they're just trying to ruin the world, ruin the country, ruin everything as fast as they possibly can. We truly have the devil running this nation right now. We've had it for the past 4 years. Truly, Satan is in charge right now, and that's very clear. Very, very clear. What do you guys think about the Hunter Biden pardon? I don't think, you know, maybe I don't agree with it, but I could see why he did it. It's his son. It's whatever. It's his son, man. It's whatever. Some things you just get extra privilege in life when your family's in a position to do things about it. Anybody would do the same thing. I really don't have any feelings about it, to be quite honest with you. Oh, But starting January 20th, 2025, it's going to be a fun 4 years. It's going to be a fun 4 years. It really is. Excuse me. I wish I had like another person to talk to on this podcast type deal. I don't even know if this is a podcast. Is this how you podcast? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. And frankly, I don't care. I'm recording. I'm going to upload it to a video software editing thing, do my thing on that, and then put it on YouTube. That's all I know how to do, man. That's it. That's all I do. Things are, I don't want to say doom and gloom because they're really not. They're really not doom and gloom. When you know Jesus, there's no such thing as really doom and gloom, to be quite honest with you. Not too worried about this world. It can go one way or the other. I know where I belong. I know where I belong. Do you know where you belong? Maybe you do. Maybe you're struggling with it. Maybe you're just completely lost as I was. We all get lost at some point. I really believe that. I don't think anybody's just born into pure faith and doesn't get lost. But we all need to be lost. Because what happens when you're lost? You gotta find your way back. When you're lost, you gotta find your way back. You're forced to. It's like if you're on a road trip and you're lost, right? You gotta find your way back to where you need to be. It's the same deal. Just different aspect. You gotta find your way back to where you need to be. And that's what the Lord. I did that back in 2018, I think. Yeah. No, it was it was end of 2018. No, 2019. It was 2019. 2018 was a really dark year for me. In 2018, I was oppressed by many demons. Every time I tried to go to sleep, I would hear them talking in my ear. I had sleep paralysis. Always depressed, never happy about anything. I was eating terribly, gained a whole bunch of weight because of it. It's like I wasn't in control of me most of the time. Kind of like just zombified, if you will. One morning, it's kind of scary, but one morning I woke up and my entire pillow was covered in blood. I was bleeding somewhere from my mouth or something. I don't know. I didn't have a cut, but I was bleeding from somewhere in my mouth. And when I say my entire pillow, dude, I mean literally the entire pillow. I don't know how I didn't die, to be quite honest with you. But that was a crazy morning. I had to throw that away. Just so many things happened to me in 2018 that I never experienced before and have not experienced since. Crazy. A lot of things I couldn't explain. Just demons. That's the only explanation. And then 2019, October, Halloween 2019, I had to move out of my apartment, right? So originally, I told them I was signing another year lease, but I had to get out of there. That apartment I was in was so tainted with demons and bad energy and all that stuff. So I got out of there. I originally told them I would sign, but then I hit them back and said, no, I'm not going to. First, they tried to play some kind of hardball. Oh, you already signed it. I said, yeah, but now I changed my mind. The due date wasn't up yet. I told them, if you're going to turn this into a fight, I'll get lawyers and I'll get out of it. So they just agreed to let me go, even though I signed it. They just ripped it up and said, okay, goodbye. Nobody wants lawyers involved, by the way. If you're dealing with some people, nobody wants lawyers involved. They'll make a deal with you if you threaten to sue them. It's that simple. You just gotta know how to talk and what you're doing. But I moved out of there. I moved in with some family for a few months so I could gain up some money in my bank account and find a new place. And I moved out February 2020 to where I am now. And I've been here since February 2020. I like it here. It's a one-bedroom apartment, but honestly, it's just me. I do have a girlfriend now, but it's just me, and she has her own apartment, and at least for right now, whenever we move in together, we'll get like a two-bedroom or something, a little bit bigger place, then. But yeah, the Lord saved me there because I gave up myself on that day that I moved out. I gave up. I gave it all to the Lord. I couldn't do it anymore. There's nothing I could do to make anything better for myself. Nothing. There's nothing I could do. Not a single thing. I was at a real dead end. Didn't know what to do. I had an alright job. Like, I liked where I was working. I didn't get paid a lot, but I really liked what I was doing. And I stayed there until 2022. So I had two stints with that job, right? I was first hired back in 2015. And I quit that job in 2018. I had a 14-month hiatus. Then I went back. Then I was there until 2022. End of April 2022. And I started a job at Walmart. Freaking hated it. Freaking hated it. Lasted like a week and a half there, and I was like, I'm done with this. I can't do a job if I'm miserable. If I'm miserable there, I don't care how much I get paid. And then I have the job I have now, which I love. My hire date technically was May 2022, but I wasn't full time until September 2022. But whatever. I had to go out for like 45 days because of a background check system that took forever. And it shouldn't have taken forever. It was very easily that I was going to get approved. I had one minor thing on my record when I was 22 years old. It's just a misdemeanor thing. It's no big deal. And it took forever for them to approve me. Shouldn't have. Could have approved that in 5 minutes, but whatever. So that took 45 days. And that wasn't a good 45 days for me either. I got COVID in between that time and started a different job somewhere just for the meantime. Excuse me. But yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, we'll see where life goes these next 4 years. I'm really optimistic. I hope the economy can get back on track. Interest rates need to come down. Inflation needs to come down. We need to become energy dominant. Drill, baby, drill. Finish the Keystone XL pipeline. That'll help bring costs down. If energy is cheap, everything else becomes cheaper. Because what do you need to produce? What do you need to transport? You need energy. What do you need in a store, like a brick and mortar store, in order to sell products? You need energy. Everything is dependent on energy. And if the price of that comes down, the price of everything else will come down too. Imagine diesel at like $1.75 a gallon. You do the math. Things become cheaper. It's just this inflation's really killing us, man. It's killing me. What about you? I'm sure it is. Unless you're like stupid rich or something. Which I never aspire to be like really stupid rich. But I do want to be financially free. That's what I want. I figured if I could make like 150 to 175,000 a year, I would be good. I could live off that comfortably, have a good home, boat. That's about it. That's about it. That's all you really need here in Minnesota, right? It's a nice home, a boat, some land. I'd like to have my own like farm, like a mini farm maybe, where you have like a good garden, maybe raise some animals. And and honestly, if I had the money to do it, I want to build like a grocery store, like a farm store, right? That's on site on the farm. People could see where the food is grown, see where the animals are taken care of, and it goes from that garden, that pasture to the store where you're buying it. People can literally see where their food is coming from. And honestly, people are hungry for healthy, farm-raised, whole, organic food. People are so sick and tired of the grocery store. People are so tired of buying mass-produced crap. They're so tired of it, man. People want to buy from farms. They want to buy whole, organic food. Not chemicals to make it look like food. Actual food. I think that would be a big hit. And honestly, a good service to the community that I live in. Excuse me. But yeah, I really think that would be big. But I just wanted to jump on here. Gotta go do a few things yet. Just not enough time in the day. Not enough time in the day. That's for sure. Oh, man. Certainly not enough time. But I gotta figure something out for my life. I don't want to keep just doing this repeat stuff. Go to work, come home, sleep, do a few things, go to work, come home, sleep, do a few things. I don't want to do that anymore. Honestly, I never really wanted to do that. Coming out of high school, I never envisioned myself working for somebody else for long term. I've always wanted to do my own, have my own business, do my own thing. And I know that's a lot of work and a lot of stress and blah 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 blah. And I used to have like a business. It was illegal, but I used to have a business, and it was quite successful for what I did. Ended up taking like $80 and started this illegal business. And I don't know, I transformed that $80 into tens of thousands of dollars. Probably hundreds of thousands, honestly. Probably could have made it into $1 million business, but I didn't feel like the risk was worth it. My plan was to get in and then get out as unscathed as possible. So I didn't take any big risks. Could have. Definitely opportunity for it, but I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. There's plenty of things that I would like to sit here and talk about, but I do got to get going and do things. Unfortunately, just want to hop on a vent for a while. That's all. But let me know what you think in the comments. Should I do a live like this? A live on YouTube? And then we can all like kind of just chat together. Maybe we grow this into something where I could invite people to come on and talk to them and all that good stuff. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. But I think having some kind of outlet like this, just to talk to people, because people need to start talking to people again. We have the technology to do it, it's just nobody wants to do it. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but a very small amount of people want to do it. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments here. Let me know what you think. Am I boring? Am I not interesting to you? Probably not. But just let me know what you think. Later, everyone.